Good evening, folks, and welcome to Andy's Playground. I'm your host as always, Andy, and today we're doing a video I've been wanting to do pretty much since I started this channel. Before we begin on this video, I wanted to first shout out Jeff from Only Passengers, who commented on my video with some very kind words. That was my last opinion-based video, which was on how to be a disruptive YouTuber. And it's a good video. I wish you guys would just go check it out. But now let's just get to the reason you all came here. This is the big one. This is the one I've wanted to create ever since I launched the opinion-based series. But yes, this is the third and possibly my favorite installment of the opinion-based series because it is about a topic that I am extremely passionate about. As a cast member and fan of the Disney parks, it always does my heart good to see people enjoying the parks, whether it be their first time or their 100th time. And whenever I see people who might not be enjoying it as much or maybe not having the best day, especially if I'm a cast member, I try to see if there's anything I can do to help make their day a little bit better. However, I will say I'm not a fan of people who degrade others or claim to have an opinion about someone or something that they have absolutely no idea about, which honestly is the main purpose for this video today. Galaxy's Edge opened here at Disney's Hollywood Studios on August 29th, 2019 with its counterpart opening at Disneyland a few months prior. The opening was smaller than projected, largely to a variety of issues, such as the fact that only one of the two rides for the land were open, it was near the end of summer with school starting up, and the fact that Hurricane Dorian was right around the corner. However, despite these issues, it didn't take long for the internet to take flight and begin knocking the land, stating that Galaxy's Edge was a failure and that Disney sure messed this one up. I want to say before going farther that this is purely my opinion as someone who has been working here before the day that the land opened and every day since, and has gotten to have an eyewitness account of what all has happened. But it is my hope today, with the little following that I have, to illustrate what I have deemed to be an undeniable fact. I have an opinion, a Disney opinion, that Galaxy's Edge is certainly not a failure. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge was first publicly announced by Bob Iger at the D23 Expo on August 15th, 2015. Scott Trowbridge, the supervising Imagineer of the land, stated, "Our intent is to make it feel as if you just walked into one of the movies. Bringing Star Wars to life in the physical world gives us the opportunity to play with a whole bunch of things we've never done before, to really engage all of the senses. What does that street feel like? What does that animal smell like? What does blue milk taste like?" As I've said before, when Galaxy's Edge opened here at Disney World, it had only one ride available and also opened right before a hurricane was supposed to hit. Crowds were so low following opening day that I was able to ride Flight of Passage with a 45-minute wait time. Critics and fans all over the place painted that week as a failure for Disney. But I waited, and when I got to go in and saw what I did, my own personal opinions changed. I didn't just like the land. I adored it. Every intricate detail, every added option, every turn had surprises and amazing things to look at. It was gorgeous and felt completely individual to me. I again waited to see what people would say when Rise of the Resistance opened. People who hadn't read it and had previously had negative opinions all of a sudden praised the land for its immersive detail. It was almost as if people had forgotten just how many had openly blasted it for being a failure. Though the ride itself is absolutely insane and next level Imagineering to say the least, I had to wonder, did one ride truly decide the fate of this land? Or could it have been something that critics simply didn't look at? You all know that every week I would be spending my off days in Disney's Hollywood Studios. I would be in there filming update videos and also giving my opinions on things. I would also get the chance as a cast member to hear people's opinions about the place. Every person I talked to who was new to the parks loved the place, whether they were a Star Wars fan or not, and that was even before Rise of the Resistance opened. One of my favorite things I would see whenever I would go to the land would be the look on a child's face as they turned the corner and saw something else amazing that drew them closer. Whether it was a statue, a droid, or the Millennium Falcon itself, these kids and parents as well would be blown away. They'd have the biggest expressions of joy and wonder. That, I determined, was the true essence of success. Not the wait times, not the capacity of the crowds, but the sense of wonder and amazement for not just the men, but the women and the children too. I still get blown away by something cool every time I was able to set foot in the land. Some of my favorite experiences weren't when I was writing anything at all. I would be on the datapad and Vi Marati, or Marati, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. One of the characters randomly came up behind me asking whether or not I was working for the Resistance or the First Order, giving me a legit interrogation. It was so awesome and personable that I literally felt like a character in this universe. I was in my own Star Wars story. And that was the point of the land. Legendary Imagineer Bob Gurr said it best when I asked him what he thought Walt's favorite ride would be today. He said probably the one where people are smiling the most. Every time I have gone to Galaxy's Edge, I've seen those smiles, I've heard those exclamations, I've felt the joy and wonder everyone experiences when they come to this amazing place. Does it have its bugs and is it missing a lot of things that was promised? Yes. But to me, Galaxy's Edge is the definition of true Imagineering success. Not just because of the rides, but because of the message that it gives to all of us. I strongly believe Walt would have loved this area and would have asked why they didn't build something like this sooner. It's my favorite land ever created and I can't wait to see how they keep improving it. But again, that's just my opinion. But what do you guys think of Galaxy's Edge? Is it a failure? Is it a success? Is it something else? Let me know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. I'm excited to see what you guys think. As always, I'll be sharing my favorite comment chain in the next opinion-based video, which hopefully won't be too far away. But until next time, I'll see you real soon.